Welcome back to the Daily House Ideas. Today, we're diving into the magical world of Leanne Ford's signature white farmhouse Christmas aesthetic. If you love clean lines, organic textures, and that perfect balance of minimal and cozy, you're in for a treat. Leanne Ford has mastered the art of creating holiday spaces that feel both fresh and nostalgic, proving that Christmas decor doesn't need to be overwhelming to make an impact. Before we begin this inspiring journey through every corner of a farmhouse Christmas, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our design inspiration. Drop a comment below telling us your favorite holiday decorating style, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you're ready to transform your home this season. Your farmhouse exterior sets the tone for the entire holiday experience, and Leanne Ford's approach is beautifully understated. Think classic white clapboard siding adorned with a simple fresh evergreen wreath on the front door, tied with natural jute or linen ribbon rather than shiny synthetic bows. Flank your entrance with matching galvanized metal planters filled with pine branches, white birch logs, and subtle mercury glass ornaments. String warm white Edison bulb lights along the roofline or wrap them around porch columns for that vintage farmhouse glow. The key here is restraint. Let your home's architectural beauty shine through with just enough festive touches to signal the season. Consider adding a weathered wooden sign with a simple holiday greeting, keeping the palette neutral and organic for that signature Leanne Ford sophistication. Step inside to an entryway that whispers "Welcome home" rather than shouts "Christmas exploded here." Your entry should feature a streamlined coat rack or wall-mounted hooks in matte black or aged brass, adorned with a single sprig of eucalyptus or pine tucked into coat pockets. Below, arrange a weathered wooden bench or vintage church pew with cozy cream-colored cushions and a chunky cable knit throw draped casually across one end. Add a simple galvanized metal tray for keys and a vintage dough bowl filled with unscented white candles and natural pine cones. A large leaning mirror with a distressed white frame reflects light and makes the space feel larger, while your doormat should be natural coir or sisal with a subtle holiday message. This curated minimalism creates an inviting transition from the outside world into your serene holiday sanctuary. The beauty of farmhouse design lies in its practical elegance, and your entryway storage should embody this philosophy perfectly. Install a built-in cubby system or vintage locker-style shoe cabinet painted in soft white with worn edges for that authentic farmhouse patina. Each cubby can hold a small vintage crock with fresh cedar sprigs or a mercury glass votive. Above the storage, mount simple shaker-style pegs for hanging stockings. Yes, stockings in the entryway adds unexpected charm. Incorporate woven baskets in various textures on lower shelves for shoe storage, each tagged with hand-lettered craft paper labels. Add a small wooden stool or vintage stepladder leaning against the wall, topped with a galvanized bucket holding wrapped umbrellas and walking sticks decorated with simple twine bows. This layered approach to storage keeps clutter at bay while maintaining that collected over time aesthetic. The living room is where Leanne Ford's white farmhouse magic truly comes alive during the holidays. Start with your existing white or cream slip-covered sofas and layer in texture through chunky ivory knit pillows, vintage grain sack cushions, and soft sheepskin throws. Your Christmas tree should be the statement piece. A fresh Fraser fir or white flocked tree decorated exclusively with white and cream ornaments, natural wood beads, and dried orange slices. Skip the tinsel and opt for linen ribbon garland in oatmeal tones, winding it loosely through the branches. Add in vintage mercury glass ornaments and simple wooden stars for that collected farmhouse feel. Around the base, wrap the tree stand in a vintage linen sheet or burlap and surround it with wrapped presents in craft paper tied with natural jute twine and sprigs of fresh greenery. Your fireplace mantel deserves special attention as the focal point of farmhouse Christmas decor. Keep Leanne Ford's signature simplicity by starting with a fresh garland base of mixed evergreens, cedar, pine, and eucalyptus, draped asymmetrically across the mantel rather than in a perfectly centered swag. Tuck in dried hydrangeas in muted taupe tones and white-painted branches for added texture. Place varying heights of white pillar candles in simple brass or wooden candlesticks along the mantel, grouping them in odd numbers. Add 1 or 2 vintage white ironstone pitchers filled with more evergreen clippings. Instead of hanging stockings directly on the mantel, consider displaying them on a vintage ladder propped nearby. A large vintage mirror or simple white-framed artwork above the mantel needs no additional decoration. Let the mantel styling speak for itself in this exercise of beautiful restraint. The dining room becomes a celebration of organic elegance during the holidays. Your farmhouse table, ideally a chunky wooden piece with natural finish or whitewashed patina, becomes the canvas for understated holiday glamour. Start with a simple linen table runner in natural flax or soft cream, letting the beautiful wood grain peek through on either side. Create a centerpiece using a vintage dough bowl or wooden tray filled with white pumpkins, fresh eucalyptus, pillar candles in varying heights, and scattered pine cones sprayed with white paint. Layer in vintage brass candlesticks for warmth against all the white. For place settings, use simple white ironstone or ceramic plates, vintage silverware with worn patina, and linen napkins tied with jute twine and a sprig of rosemary. This approach creates an elevated yet approachable holiday table that invites guests to linger. The magic of farmhouse dining during the holidays comes from thoughtful layering of light and texture. Above your table, a statement chandelier, perhaps a vintage wagon wheel design or simple wrought iron fixture, should be adorned minimally with fresh greenery woven through the arms, secured with hidden floral wire. Add a dimmer switch if you haven't already to control the ambience perfectly. On the walls, consider simple sconces with Edison bulbs for warm, ambient glow. In the corner, a vintage cabinet or hutch displays your collection of white ironstone, cream-colored pottery, and vintage glassware, with subtle holiday touches like a small white bottle brush tree or 2 tucked between dishes. A vintage ladder against the wall can hold quilts or hand towels in creamy tones. These layers create depth and warmth without cluttering the clean farmhouse aesthetic you're cultivating. Your farmhouse kitchen deserves festive touches that feel natural and unforced. Open shelving becomes prime real estate for holiday styling. Intersperse your everyday white dishes and wooden cutting boards with small white ceramic trees, mercury glass votives, and fresh greenery clippings in vintage glass bottles. Your kitchen island or countertop should remain functional but can accommodate a simple ceramic bowl filled with ornaments, a wooden cutting board propped up displaying holiday recipe cards, or a vintage bread box topped with a small arrangement of pine and white candles. The key is maintaining workspace while adding seasonal charm. Keep your color palette consistent: whites, creams, natural woods, and touches of greenery. This creates a cohesive look that feels intentional, rather than like you've simply scattered Christmas decorations randomly around the room. The beauty of Leanne Ford's style shines in the details, and your kitchen offers countless opportunities for subtle holiday elegance. 4 white shaker-style cabinets. Consider replacing standard knobs temporarily with vintage glass or brass options for the season, or simply tie a few cabinet pulls with thin leather cord and small jingle bells. Your refrigerator can be adorned with a simple evergreen wreath hung from linen ribbon, or left beautifully bare to maintain clean lines. The stove area deserves a vintage crock filled with wooden spoons wrapped with baker's twine and cedar sprigs. Create a dedicated coffee station on your counter with your small coffee machine flanked by white ceramic mugs on a vintage wooden tray, a small chalkboard sign reading, "But first, coffee and Christmas cheer," and a tiny white bottle brush tree. These micro moments of holiday styling add up to create an enchanting space without overwhelming the kitchen's functionality. The family room is where comfort meets style in the farmhouse aesthetic, and during the holidays, this space should feel like a warm hug. Arrange seating around a reclaimed wood coffee table styled with a vintage wooden tray holding a collection of white candles, a small evergreen arrangement, and a stack of coffee table books tied with twine. Your flat-screen TV can be surrounded by a simple evergreen garland draped along the entertainment console, tucked with white-painted pine cones and small battery-operated fairy lights. Layer the sofa with an abundance of textured pillows, cable knit, linen, grain sack patterns, all in the cream and white family. Add oversized floor pillows in natural linen for extra seating when the whole family gathers. A vintage trunk serves as both storage and a side table, topped with a lantern holding a pillar candle. This room should invite you to curl up with hot cocoa and Christmas movies. Even your workspace deserves festive attention without sacrificing productivity. Your small desk should maintain functionality while nodding to the season. Clear the clutter first, then add a small white ceramic pot with fresh rosemary or eucalyptus. A unique vintage desk clock becomes both functional and decorative, perhaps with a small wreath of dried baby's breath hung from its corner. Add a small radio for holiday music in a vintage cream or white finish. Your desk organizers can be simple white ceramic pieces, wooden trays, or vintage tin containers filled with candy canes as functional decor. Above the desk, consider a simple pinboard or corkboard framed in whitewashed wood, where you can tack holiday cards with small wooden clothespins. A vintage desk lamp with an Edison bulb provides warm task lighting while maintaining the farmhouse aesthetic throughout your work-from-home holiday season. Create a peaceful reading nook that becomes your personal holiday sanctuary. Position a comfortable slip-covered chair or vintage wingback near a window with natural light, adding a chunky cable knit throw draped over one arm and a sheepskin throw on the seat. Beside it, a small side table, perhaps a vintage wooden stool or metal garden stand, holds a stack of holiday classics and design books topped with a white candle and small cutting of fresh pine. A floor lamp with a linen shade provides reading light, its base wrapped with a simple jute rope for added texture. On the windowsill, arrange a collection of white pottery pieces filled with winter branches and dried elements. A vintage basket beside the chair holds extra throws and magazines. This intimate corner becomes your retreat for quiet moments with a book and warm beverage, away from the holiday hustle while still surrounded by seasonal charm. Your bedroom should be a serene escape during the busy holiday season, and Leanne Ford's white farmhouse approach creates the perfect calming environment. Start with crisp white or cream linen bedding layered with soft textures, a chunky knit throw at the foot of the bed, linen Euro shams, and vintage quilts folded across a bench. Keep holiday decor minimal here, perhaps a simple evergreen wreath hung from linen ribbon on the wall above the bed, or a small white bottle brush tree on the nightstand alongside a brass candlestick with white taper candle. Your nightstand might hold a vintage white ceramic pitcher with eucalyptus stems and a small stack of books tied with twine. The focus should be on creating a peaceful, restful environment rather than an overtly festive space. This restraint allows the bedroom to remain a calm sanctuary throughout the excitement of the season. The key to achieving that perfect farmhouse bedroom during the holidays lies in the careful layering of natural textiles and subtle seasonal touches. At the foot of your bed, place a vintage wooden bench or storage chest topped with folded wool blankets in cream and natural tones, each tied with a simple ribbon and sprig of dried lavender or cedar. Your windows deserve simple treatment. White linen curtains perhaps tied back with jute rope and a single jingle bell. On the dresser, style a vintage wooden tray with a small mirror, white candles and brass holders, and a petite arrangement of winter whites, perhaps white ranunculus or dried lunaria. Consider adding a small vintage ladder leaning against the wall to hold extra blankets or to display stockings. A simple woven rug in natural fibers grounds the space while maintaining the organic, minimal aesthetic that makes Leanne Ford's style so timelessly appealing. Transform your farmhouse bathroom into a spa-like retreat with minimal holiday touches that feel luxurious rather than cluttered. Your vanity or wastafel area should feature a simple tray holding white-rolled hand towels tied with jute twine and small cedar sprigs tucked into the twine bows. A vintage white ceramic pitcher can hold eucalyptus stems for a subtle seasonal fragrance that's not overpowering. Mount a simple evergreen wreath on the mirror or above it, keeping the greenery fresh and lush without additional embellishments. In the shower area, swap regular products for containers with simple craft labels for a cohesive look, and hang a small bundle of eucalyptus from the shower head for an aromatic steam experience. Add white bath mats with texture, perhaps a vintage-inspired waffle weave or simple cotton. A wooden stool holds extra white towels and a white candle, creating hotel-like elegance with farmhouse warmth. Don't overlook the garage when spreading holiday cheer throughout your farmhouse. This utilitarian space can embrace the season while maintaining its functionality. Start by organizing with white or natural wood shelving units, adding small touches like pinecone garland draped along shelf edges or small battery-operated LED candles in vintage lanterns. Create a designated gift wrapping station on a sturdy workbench with organized supplies in galvanized metal buckets and vintage crocks. Hang tools on a pegboard painted white or in natural wood, adding a simple wreath to the center of the board. If your garage serves as a mudroom entry, install hooks with vintage appeal and hang a simple wreath on the interior door. Even garage storage containers can participate. Label them with craft tags tied with red and white baker's twine. This thoughtful approach ensures every entrance to your home feels special and considered during the holiday season. Extend your holiday decorating to the farmhouse patio, creating an inviting outdoor space that embraces the season. Arrange your outdoor seating with weather-resistant cushions in natural tones topped with plaid or cable-knit throw blankets stored in a galvanized metal bin nearby. String warm white lights overhead or along the patio edge, creating a magical glow for evening gatherings. Your outdoor dining table can be styled similarly to your indoor table, a burlap or linen runner, galvanized metal buckets holding pillar candles and fresh greenery, and simple place settings ready for outdoor entertaining. Add a vintage sled leaning against the house or patio railing, filled with firewood or blankets. Lanterns of varying heights grouped in corners hold pillar candles for ambient lighting. A large galvanized trough can hold ice and drinks, making it both functional and decorative. This outdoor extension of your holiday decor creates additional living space and embraces the farmhouse connection to the outdoors. Let's talk about the essential tips for nailing this aesthetic perfectly. First, embrace the concept of white on white on white. Layer different shades and textures of white and cream to create depth without color. Second, always choose quality natural materials over synthetic, real greenery, real wood, natural fibers. These age beautifully and photograph authentically. Third, practice restraint. Leanne Ford's genius lies in editing, so when you think you're done decorating, remove 20% of what you've added. Fourth, incorporate vintage and antique pieces rather than buying everything new. Thrift stores and antique shops are treasure troves for authentic farmhouse Christmas pieces. Fifth, remember that negative space is your friend. Allow rooms to breathe and don't feel pressure to decorate every surface. Finally, maintain your regular home's color palette during the holidays rather than introducing new colors. This creates a cohesive, collected look rather than a temporary holiday overlay. Building your white farmhouse Christmas collection doesn't require a massive budget if you shop strategically. Start by rating your own home for pieces you can repurpose. White dishes become candle holders, wooden cutting boards become decorative displays, mason jars hold greenery clippings. Thrift stores and estate sales offer authentic vintage pieces like ironstone, brass candlesticks, wooden bowls, and antique textiles at a fraction of retail prices. For fresh greenery, visit local tree farms or florists for trimmings at lower costs than pre-made arrangements. Big box stores like Target and HomeGoods offer affordable white and natural decor during the holidays. Just be selective and stick to simple, timeless pieces rather than trendy items. Online marketplaces like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist often have people selling or giving away vintage farmhouse items. Remember, the goal is a collected over time look, so you don't need everything at once. Build your collection year after year for authentic patina and personal meaning. Thank you so much for joining me on this comprehensive tour through Leanne Ford's white farmhouse Christmas aesthetic. I hope you're feeling inspired to embrace simplicity, celebrate natural materials, and create a holiday home that feels both minimal and magical. Remember, the beauty of this style lies in restraint and quality over quantity. Each piece should be intentional and meaningful. You don't need to transform every room overnight. Start with one space that speaks to you and build from there. The farmhouse Christmas look is timeless, so the pieces you invest in now will serve you beautifully for years to come. If you enjoyed this detailed walkthrough and found value in these ideas, please give this video a big thumbs up. It truly helps our channel grow. Don't forget to subscribe to the Daily House Ideas and hit that notification bell so you'll be first to see our upcoming holiday and design inspiration videos. Drop a comment below sharing which room you're most excited to decorate this season, and let me know if you have questions about achieving this look in your own home. Until next time, happy decorating, and may your holidays be merry, bright, and beautifully simple.